Hey Aries, welcome to Cappy Cove. This is going to be your love reading for May 2019. This is for anyone who has Aries in their sun, their moon, their rising, or their Venus. Also, please keep in mind it's a general reading, so not all messages are going to apply to everyone. Also, I'm going to be leaving a link down below in the description box for those who would like to help support my channel and donate. And don't forget to like and subscribe. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here with y'all Aries and start off by saying that y'all have the most, I think, major arcana cards that I have seen in any of the spreads that I've done so far. And I feel like May is going to be a very powerful month when it comes to relationships and love. I'm seeing some of you have been freshly become single, and a lot of you may be, oh, sorry if you can hear that, please forgive. Anyways, I feel like some of you who have freshly become single are kind of like going to go off the rail here a little bit, kind of like in this attitude of like, fuck it, I don't care, I'll do what I want, and you kind of go off. And some of you may be indulging in a little bit too much of some not so good activities for your body, things that could harm your body a little if you do them a little too much. Some of you could just be overeating, over smoking, that kind of thing. I think Taurus had that in theirs as well. But overall, I feel like you kind of have this like no fear attitude. And if this isn't you, this could be somebody that you're dealing with. Keep in mind, general reading. So if it's not you, then it's somebody else. But I do feel like you kind of have this just like, whatever, this ended, I don't care, I'm out. And I feel like this was caused because somebody lied to you. So if y'all are just fresh out of a relationship or even in a relationship, I feel like, I mean, this can even go for singles who have been with somebody and you're thinking of someone and that's who you're applying the reading to. But I feel like somebody here definitely has lied to you. And, you know, most Aries don't really like that shit. Aries are pretty straightforward. You kind of like things to the point. And whenever people are sitting there lying and playing mind games and being manipulative, y'all don't like that shit. And so I feel like whoever this is kind of lied to you. And I'm even seeing a family situation here too. So this could be within a family as well. And I do see children here involved also. So whatever this situation was, like, you're really pissed off about it. Or at least you were, or you are going to be. But I'm not necessarily seeing this. I'm not really pulling a third party situation here. So I kind of feel like this is just, you know, between somebody that you were with or just one specific person. I feel like for those, I'm seeing somebody here with the past. So I feel like some of you may be having somebody from the past that you're going to be talking to, or somebody that you still wish to be with in your past. And you might be working through some of these issues. I'm also seeing a message here that basically says that even though you were hurt and they lied to you or deceived you in some type of way, and whatever it was you found out about, that, you know, it takes two to tango, basically. So there's some shadow work here that needs to be done on your behalf too. I feel like there's a lot of self-work that you Aries have that, you know, y'all could work on, and there's also flaws that y'all could have had within the relationship as well too. I kind of get this feeling of like, even though they did something that was really hurtful and fucked up, there were steps that were before that got to that point, or for a reason maybe why they had to lie about something. Anyways, I'm seeing here, try to be softer around the edges. Try to be a little bit more on the feminine side with this. I feel like for those who are going to work through it, really will be. And I feel like you'll get to this place of having everything, like, you can work this out, you can get through it. But there's going to be a need, like, you're going to have to get softer around the edges. I just keep hearing softer around the edges, softer around the edges. And, you know, Aries are pretty spicy, so, you know, if you have, like, I'm also seeing also some temper issues here as well, whether it be you or the person that you're applying this to. But there's just this overall need to just kind of soften up some. And I feel like this other person here didn't necessarily feel like you put in as much effort or work as you may have think that you did. And I'm definitely seeing an overall need here to be able to stand your ground and say what you want, but at the same time, other people want certain different things too. Even if you don't see it as the right thing, even if you don't think it's the correct or right thing, it doesn't mean, or, you know, like their feelings or what they wish you know, you can't like not, it's not that it's not valid, just people are different, and there's like a need here to be able to respect that as well. I feel like overall though, for the month of May, there's a lot here that, you know, you can work this out and you can get through this and you can move forward. It's just going to come down to what you decide to do. Do you decide to, you know, work through this and make things good, or do you decide to split and just be single and go off and do whatever the fuck you want? Because I can see this going two very different roads here. Either you're going to be like, yeah, I want to work on this, you know, maybe I was a little harsh, you know, but what you did was fucked up, but let's try to work through it, figure out where all these problems came from, and it'll get worked through. Or this is going to be like, you know what, nah, screw love, I'm out, I'm going to do what I want, I'm going to have fun, I'm going to go out and do whatever. I do see a bit of an ego here. Somebody's got a little bit too much of an ego. But for those who do work it out, I definitely see there are some conversations here that can be had where things will get better. And I think there's going to be some new things that you realize about relationships that you didn't necessarily realize before. It's almost kind of like you just come to this realization like, oh, this is how I've been in this. This is how I am in this relationship. And if it's not you, like I said, it could be the other person. But there's definitely this realizing of, you know, it's almost like realizing either if it's not the way that you've been, it's been your mentality towards the relationship. I hope that makes sense. But y'all's reading for the most part is pretty straightforward, but I do feel like a lot of things that come up this month are pretty much set in stone. Like some of the other signs, I know they didn't have any of the major arcana, so their stuff was very optional, whereas I feel like with y'all, this is going to be like a lesson in relationships for some of you. I do see also some singles here that are just definitely going to be super flirty. I'm also seeing some, how would I say it? Some one-night standers, kind of in and out. I see somebody running out of somebody's house the next morning like, oh shit, what did I do? Somebody's going to be trying to flee from that really fast, but for the most part, I think that y'all are kind of in this mindset of basically being very independent in what you want, but at the same time, I think deep down, a lot of y'all want your family or to have a family and find somebody who can give you that and work on trying to find that. So I hope this resonates, and thanks for watching, Aries. Bye.